Winning. I've outsmarted you on a number of levels. Beta. Well, actually, King's not. Beta.
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck.
Keep your mouth shut. I'm going to go in there and slap your face.
You know, we're going to rise like the Phoenix. And
Get in my limousine. Ride on 85. Get in my Learjet. Woo!
Welcome to the Asterisk and Collusion podcast. You're here with the king himself. I'm joined by my compadre, the Grizz.
Woo!
That's right. How are you doing, Grizz?
Good. It seems like the Grizz picked up a little bit of steam here. We got a couple players and got a lot of things happening over the last 2 weeks. Had some big points. The points are starting to pile on, so I'm getting excited. And that's for a lot of people.
Is there any new additions that has helped you out recently?
Yeah. The thing is, we are the only team that made a trade, and I can't believe that some of these teams. If I'm at the bottom, and I've done it in the past, if I'm near the bottom, I'm trading and selling the farm. I'm going to go out with a fight, and these teams at the bottom that aren't trading, it's just giving up, man. Who cares, man? Like, see what you can get. Trade a starting wide receiver or starting running back for two players that have some value. You just need to get some points and trade your star quarterback. I mean, I think there's 3 or 4 teams in real big trouble right now.
Oh yeah, I'm probably one of them. I'm actually moved on from like trying to get the points this year, just trying to make the playoffs. That's all.
That's a good goal. I mean, that's the thing. If you have a bad year, you can still win the weekly winner. And you can still get in the playoffs. I mean, you can easily just sneak into the playoffs and win the whole thing. You never know when this team's going to pick up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, let's get into this and let's talk about last week's matchups.
Do it.
All right. Hot new feature, cutting edge technology here. Ooh, look at that.
Oh my goodness. Like, this is so modernized. Like, what's going on here?
I don't even know. It's something that just came out.
We need to copy Gatos on this and teach him and the commission about technology.
That's right. Unbelievable. Well, let's jump into my terrible matchup last week. The King took a L to the great LTD.
That's a great week for LTD. I mean, 146 points. That's a lot. And I had to point out that DJ Moore and Fields scored more than your team alone last week. That's pretty harsh. But I didn't realize Dak Prescott played that bad. 4 points. CeeDee Lamb. There's something. I mean, is San Francisco that good or the Cowboys crap? What do you think?
Probably a little both. I mean, San Francisco's hot right now. They might be my pick right now to win the whole Super Bowl. If I had to put money on a team, I'd put it on them.
Yeah, I mean, they do look really solid. And, I mean, CeeDee Lamb and Prescott are going to have their weeks. I think the shocker of the week was the Bears just or clobbering, the Redskins or Commanders. Robinson had 7 points. I thought he would have had a much better game. But look at LTD, man. Mahomes is Mahomes. I mean, the shocker to me, it really came down to one player, and that's why he won so big. I mean, San Francisco's defense, 17 points, that's a lot. But Travis Etienne Jr., Jacksonville's running back, 37 points. I bet he doesn't do that again this year.
Well, I'll also point out Sam Laporta. I mean, rookie tight end for Detroit. I mean,
he looks good.
I mean, 20 points. It's actually funny. I think he has as many touchdowns so far in his rookie year as Kyle Pitts does his entire career.
I've been watching Laporta. I liked him in the draft. Him and Musgrave, the tight end for the Packers. There's just a really good tight end class, which we talked about earlier. But I think Laporta is going to continue to have success this year. I didn't really see him being a quality fantasy starter, but 21 points as a tight end, he's going to be a red zone option. And I continue to think that he's going to have some decent weeks.
Yeah, 21 points.
He can separate.
Plus, it doesn't help that I left Zach Moss on my bench.
Ooh, that is awful because I didn't know you did that. I forgot you had him. I was watching that game and said, "Oops, doing pretty good." And there, no, we're not, because you put Robinson is Pierce against Atlanta. You got burned on that one.
Yeah, I did. Well, let's move on to the next matchup. We got Sleeper versus Drill. This is
It's a
high
barn burner.
points
That's a close game.
barn burner. Um, yeah, no. Sleeper got everything going for him. 51 points from Jamar Chase. That's pretty hot right there.
Yeah, I mean, Jamar Chase hasn't really shown up this year, and boom, there it goes. And he got points everywhere, but Sleeper is also hurt. He lost his running back from Miami. He had started getting hot. McLaughlin, the Denver running back, Sleeper beat me on getting him. I really wanted him. I think I put in like a $15 or $20 bid. I can't remember. It was a good amount of money, but Sleeper got him. I went in for that other running back, DeMarco, whatever that guy's name is for the Cardinals. So I think McLaughlin could be. If I'm looking at Sean Payton, I would start McLaughlin every week. I would put everybody. P. Ryan sucks. I'm even starting one if Javonte Williams is not healthy. He just looks slow. This McLaughlin guy can move, and Sleepers actually managed his team very well. I mean, Hurts and Jamar Chase, like I did, those two things have separated him, and he got some points everywhere else. Even Pittsburgh got 19 points on defense.
Yeah,
Drill's in real big trouble.
I was trying to get Pittsburgh D. Yeah, but Sleepers kind of snaked me on a few of these pickups. Definitely McLaughlin and Pittsburgh D.
And the Ravens and Lamar Jackson look awful.
Oh, dude, yeah, I wouldn't want any receiver from the Ravens right now.
We talked about that. Why would you even think about drafting any wide receiver? The only receiver they have is some value is Mark Andrews, and he hasn't even played very good this year.
Yeah. Yeah, both their benches look kind of nasty. I mean, AJ Dillon,
He's okay.
Yeah, he did okay. Zay Jones, 11 points.
But Sleeper maximized his roster this week with Cooper out and stuff. So I mean, 181 points, that's a lot of points.
Yeah. Whew, bloodbath. We got your matchup against the soft underbelly of the league. Huzzah.
Yeah, Gerald did pretty good this week, really. I mean, everybody's roster is contributing. Addison's going to be a really interesting start because with Jefferson out. And, 135 points is solid. Goff got 37 points. I mean,
yeah,
he's undervalued. But I'm looking at my roster. What's really interesting with Jefferson out, I wonder what T.J. Hawkinson's value is going to be. I got lucky with Spears, the Tennessee running back, scoring a touchdown, but I kind of had a feeling he was going to pop eventually. I love his game, and I think they should be playing him a little bit more. Henry just looks slow. I mean,
he's old now.
he just looks slow to me. I'm really kind of frustrated with Devontae Smith. I mean, he laid a 1.35. He hasn't even really contributed the last 2 weeks. We're not even looking at him. So I'm confused by what's going on. He may get benched for me this week. I'm really considering that. But Gerald had a good week. I mean,
he maximized his team.
Yeah, his bench does not look good. I had a lot of people. I was actually worried this week because I had so many people on bye. But like I said, I had started Spears, and I was expecting to get 3 or 4 points. So I kind of squeaked out about 20 more points than I thought I would have done this week.
Yeah, you had a really great week. Even Gerald with Cole Kmet getting 15 points. I mean, yeah, he had a good week himself. So
he really needs to dump Stevenson. I'll tell you what, the Patriots are like one of those teams. They're just complete trash. I don't know if he can find another running back, but he needs to. And again, nobody's making trades in our league. Gerald, listen to this podcast. Unload Stevenson. Unload somebody else. I mean,
make a trade, buddy.
We need some trades in this league because there are some people sitting on stuff, and some of these guys are just duds.
That's right. Let's see. We got Magic Mike versus First and Goal.
Yeah, Magic Mike's hot right now, but he's in trouble with Jefferson out, but he still put up 154. I like Magic's team this year. Kittle just went off. That's awesome. I wonder how Cousins will do. That could be, the double-edged sword with Jefferson and Cousins, because if Jefferson's out, Cousins' numbers could definitely be reflective of that. Who
Yeah.
else does he have?
Let's see. He has Herbert. Herbert was on bye.
So he'll be fine. He just needs to play Herbert, and he just needs to mix some things around there. He didn't really have anybody on his bench of value, in my opinion, other than Herbert.
Yeah.
Reynolds is a nice little receiver for Detroit. I know Williams came back, but just Reynolds, wide receiver, is getting some looks. I mean, Detroit is a really hot team right now. And Goal was doing pretty well up until this week. But I think Goal, I mean, I'm not bashing Goal. He's had some good weeks, but I just don't, looking at that roster, I don't see that continuing. And there's been a lot of speculation with Green Bay and Love. It's funny how things just fluctuate from week to week, but Jordan Love, they're talking about, is like they're saying that they've pretty much seen everything he can do, and people aren't impressed with him. So Madison's terrible. Mostert could be really solid if he can stay healthy. Olave's been kind of quiet. I'm looking at the rest of his roster, like Pittman Jr. with that other quarterback coming in. That might be good for Pittman. So, Goals had a decent year so far. I just don't know if he can continue to go 16 weeks longer, so whatever it is.
Yeah, I agree, but I will say I'd watch out for Mostert with a Kane hurt. Like someone's going to pick up the slack there. Mostert could have and he's had a couple big weeks already. I mean,
yeah, he's always been. He's really fast. He's big. He just can't stay.
He fits into that offense really nice. Let's see. We got Oracle versus Gatos.
Gatos, he squeaked this one out.
Yeah, he did.
We got Mr. Kelsey playing here soon tonight, Thursday. Bryce Saul, he played excellent. Kelsey was Kelsey. The thing that Ryan's really gotten lucky with, because he was a dud last year for the majority of the time. I mean, Gabriel Davis is, I think, doing what he should have been doing last year. So maybe the expectations have lowered, and he's just maybe starting to get it. But Gabe Davis he's balling so far this year, and that's really good for Ryan because he's got Josh Allen and Williams running back for Gatos and the Rams. He's continuing. He didn't have a great week last week, but he looks to be, and I'm going to say it right now, I think Gatos has the pick of the draft right there with Williams.
Kieran Williams.
I think that was the very, very last round he drafted him, and he's had some pretty good games this year already.
Yeah, that was a great pick.
Thielen had 26 points. Wow.
Yeah, Thielen's kind of become like a go-to receiver in Carolina, mainly because they don't have anything else.
I think he's that veteran, kind of savviness. He knows how to run routes, and he's just. I mean, Carolina, you got to be worried. I don't know if they're going to win 3 games this year.
You should be happy about that.
Yeah, they look bad.
Yeah,
we got 34 points. It's like the Bengals just decided to show up, but yeah, that was a pretty close game. I don't see anything else really epic with that. I mean, they got Mac Jones with -3 points. That's incredibly shitty. But,
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Gatos has got a really good team. I wonder how he'll do and how he manages his team.
We'll probably see. We'll see if he screws it up. Let's jump into Tuna and Nate Gate. Tuna 5-0.
I didn't know Nate Gate had that bad of a week because he's still number 1 in points. Tuna squeezed that one out.
Yeah, he did.
Hill, Tyreek Hill. I would have. I'm telling you. I think I texted you earlier. Said if I had Tyreek Hill over Nick Chubb, I think I would have had a ring on my finger already. That's how nasty Tyreek Hill is.
Oh, dude,
he's just ridiculous.
Probably should have been the number 1 overall pick this year.
I think I told you so. If I was picking number 1, I would have probably picked Tyreek Hill. I think he's just that good. Goddard had a great week. I did hear about that. Jacobs showed up. Lamar Jackson sucks. Tune if you're listening to this podcast, trade him or cut him. He's just worthless. Trade him for Tua. I mean, yeah, that's a common sense trade. Would you not trade Lamar Jackson for Tua if you had Hill?
Oh, yeah, but the question is, would Nate want Lamar Jackson?
I mean, that's just the thing. Like, I think Nate's got a better quarterback, doesn't he? Doesn't he have somebody else?
Let's see. He's got who's his other quarterback?
He doesn't have anybody else.
No, he's ride or die with Tua, man. Mr. Concussion.
I didn't know he was doing that. But yeah, we need to see some trades, guys, because we got some people are sitting on gold mines, some people are sitting on landmines. Make up your mind. Let's get some stuff going. But that was a good week by tuning away, squeaked it out. Congratulations. And congratulations to the sleeper for 181 points. I think that's the highest. Is that the highest point total so far this year? 181? That's really high.
I believe so. Yeah, I think it is. Well, you want to jump into this week real quick?
Let's go into this week's matchups. We got some good ones.
Whew. We got the King versus First and Goal.
Yahoo's got goal. Let's see here. Geno Smith at Cincinnati, Olave, and Eckler's back. Walker's been playing really good. He was out Walker and Eckler last week. That's a really interesting team. Goal looks good this week.
Yeah, he looks like a stud. I might pick him over me.
I mean, the thing is, if Prescott can get his shit together, and you don't know what Zach Moss is going to do with Jonathan Taylor coming back, I think that's going to be a 50-50. I think that's going to actually suck more so for Jonathan Taylor. I don't see Jonathan Taylor getting 25-30 looks a game. I think it's going to be split because Zach Moss has shown he can do it. Yeah, I think Yahoo's kind of spot on. I think with Eckler coming back and Walker, I mean, it's hard not to like Goal's lineup. He does have a good-looking lineup this week.
Yeah, no, it's looking pretty tough right there. What do you think about your boy Roshan Johnson?
He's in concussion protocol. I was reading the news on him today. I don't know if he'll play this week. If he doesn't play this week, I think he'll be back in a week and a half or 2 weeks or a week after this week. So you got some big names on your bench still. Like I think I told you, man, I don't think Kyle Pitts is a good fit. I would really try to unload him. And you got, I mean, like Robinson. It's nice to have an extra running back, but you should really look to unload Kyle. I'm not sure. But I just like to kind of see what the value is. That's what's kind of fun about fantasy football. It's like stocks. You can just send people trades, and it is fun to see. I would be interested to see what you can get for Pitts. I bet you could get something good.
Yeah, well, maybe. I'll have to find that out. All right, let's see. Week 6, LTD versus Dr. Drill rivalry.
Oh, this is the bloodbath of this year. This is this year's feud, the trash talking galore here.
4-1 versus 0-5. Oof, terrible.
But Waller played good. It says St. Brown's back, and I mean the Giants are going to get destroyed by Buffalo, so they may be behind throwing the ball a lot. The New York Jets play Philly. That should be ugly. I don't know. Drill struggled, but I think Drill will do better than 105 this week.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, I mean, with Mahomes, Etienne might be hot. Porta. I'm going with
I'm still leaning towards LTD. He did really good last week. He's got some names I tell you what, Bijan Robinson is a highlight reel of some of his catches. That guy's an amazing player. And he's going to go even higher next year in the draft. But I think LTD's got a decent looking squad. And, it'd be a upset central if Drill can pull this off this week.
I know, I agree. What do you think of Garrett Wilson? I mean, do you think
not good?
Just no bueno here?
I think the problem with Garrett Wilson, I think he is an elite talent. He's a guy that you'd love to have as a number one. I don't know if he's a true number one. With a good quarterback, he is number one, but he's a good route runner. He's savvy. The problem is, I think they have crap weapons around him. The receivers and the Jets after him are garbage. But they got good running backs, good running game, good tight ends. I still don't know what Zach Wilson is. What do you think about Zach Wilson? You think it's pure garbage? You think this is definitely gone after the year?
Yeah, dude, he is trash. Like, Wasted draft pick. You should go back just banging moms. That's the
Like,
best.
he'll do something really good and make some throws. My problem with these guys, like, I look at him and I just think he's like 2 or 3 inches too short. He can't really sit up in the pocket and make the throws. And there's very few guys that can read a defense and do that. Like Brees could do that, but you just don't see a lot of short quarterbacks really having good Pro Bowl type of careers. And I mean, I think Zach Wilson can play in the league. I just don't think he's ever going to be a star.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
He just looks like a really small guy to me.
He looks soft. Let's see. We got Magic Mike versus Huza. Speaking of soft.
Burn.
uh,
Close game, it says here. I tell you what, Tampa is coming off a bye week. They're playing Detroit. Don't be surprised if Tampa dirties up the lines a little bit in that game. It wouldn't shock me at all.
you
And
think
I don't know what Herbert's status is. He broke one of his fingers on his non-throwing hand. And Dallas is going to want to rebound after being embarrassed by San Francisco. This is an interesting matchup. I mean, Magic Mike's got Brandon Cook starting. I don't know about that. Swift versus the Jets. I think that's a really hard matchup. Kittle versus Cleveland, I think, is a hard matchup, especially after having a really good week. This could be an upset central here. I'm on looking at this. I think I don't know if Komet's going to play, but Foreman for the Bears, that could be a dirty game. He's projected at 5 points, but if he's the only running back playing against a weak Minnesota defense, well, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Foreman had 20 points in that game. And Jordan Addison could have 25 points in that game. I don't know if Komet's going to play. But I'm going to lean towards who is it this week?
Oh my gosh, dude! How much are you drinking over there? I don't know. I'm going with the Magic, man, because battle old roommates here. Magic always came out on top, at least on the bunk beds.
Sounds pretty sexual.
That is. You should have been in that room.
Late night.
Late night for those two. I mean, look at Magic's kicker. All I gotta say.
Ooh, epic.
Yeah. All right. But I'm going with Magic here.
All right.
Let's see. We got Nate Gate versus Gatos. I'll pick. Ooh, this is gonna be another close one according to Yahoo. They're never wrong.
Yeah, they're never, ever wrong, are they?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was Ryan, I would not be playing Jonathan Taylor this week. I think he's got some better options, and I don't think he's going to be playing Barkley. I definitely would not be playing Barkley. I would put Brees Hall in over Barkley at least.
Yeah. Why would you not play Brees Hall?
I don't know what he's thinking there. I think Deontay Johnson's coming back this week too. Gatos may be good here, sooner or later, but I don't know what to think about his team. It's going to be interesting. And looking at everything, is Pollard. If Pollard's out, is Josh Wilson returning back? It says IR. Is he coming back this week?
Who?
Josh Wilson Jr., the Miami running back.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to. I think coming back this week, right? He's coming off IR.
Man, I tell you what, you guys are playing Miami Dolphins. Do you think that game is over first quarter? I'm just being serious.
I mean, I'm curious if they break 70 points. Is that actually what I'm curious about?
That might be so ugly where you have a game with dissension. But sometimes when you see that, teams respond back. But I don't see how Carolina can stay within 20 points of that ball game.
I'm going to say within 30 points. Good gosh. Yeah.
I think that's a close ball game right there, but I'm leaning towards Gatos.
I'm probably going to take with two Dolphins players starting. I'm going to go with Nate Gate. If you got a Dolphin on your team roster this year, you start them. That's for sure.
It's ridiculous. They're balling.
Yeah. You say like Pollard's out?
That's what it says. Questionable. Shoulder.
Might be Rico time. I would love that. All right, let's see. Jumping on your game with Tuna.
This is an important week because Tuna has not lost a game somehow, and I think I'm 100 points above him, and that is really unusual. I mean, I tell you what, Hawkins played really well last week. Murray for Buffalo start, that's pretty garbage. I think Miami's kicker could have 40 points this week. Nico Collins is kind of ugly.
Yeah, he gets it done though.
It's just like, his team doesn't look bad. Lamar Jackson, I think, is crap. I think he'll continue to be crap. But the way I'm going, I like my roster right now. There's some things going for me. I need Devontae Smith to get back to his human form and just get me some big, long touchdowns. And I think as long as Devontae Adams and Kamara stay healthy, I'll be in it. And I even got some players. I'm really curious to see what Florida can do against San Francisco's defense. I wonder if Javonte Williams from Denver, the running back, will contribute and start to get into the picture. And I wonder what that Cardinals running back will do this year. That DeMarco guy at the end there I picked up this week. So it's a crapshoot, but I like my team more than Tuna this week.
Well, I mean, we'll have to see. On paper, I'd agree, but I don't know. Tuna's been able to pull out some
He's done
strange
some weird
ones.
stuff. I don't know if he's going to keep up because points don't lie.
That's right. Those points don't lie. Now we got Sleeper versus Oracle. Whew, Oracle favored.
You got to be kidding me. He's favored by a lot. How did that happen?
Dude, is Sleeper benching someone or forgetting to start like a kicker or something?
I don't like Sleeper's roster through this week. I mean, Cooper at San Francisco, Hurts at the Jets.
Oh,
Some of his star players. I mean, he's got Gibbs and Montgomery. I don't like when he starts those two guys together because he's always going to get burned. And Detroit's hot. When it gets colder, Detroit, falls in their face, and those running backs don't do well. He's just going to get killed some weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm actually, if Cooper Kupp's healthy and Thielen continues to produce and Burrow, and got Debo Samuel, I am agreeing with Yahoo. This is kind of funny, I guess, because the Sleeper just went off this week, but I do like the Oracle this week. And this will be his first win of the season.
I'm pulling for Oracle on this. I mean, you're all right. Like, was it Deshaun Watson's out against San Francisco? I could see Amari Cooper, excuse me, put up like a goose egg there even. And you're right, like starting two running backs on Detroit. I mean, Detroit's good, but they're not Dolphins good. I mean,
they're running with it right now, and I think they probably play some bad teams. And Tampa Bay's not great, but Tampa Bay's defense is sneaky good. I will tell you that. I'd be surprised to see the Lions just run the ball over Tampa Bay. I think that'll be a closer ball game than you think.
Yeah,
it's at Tampa Bay too. Well, that's it this week. Anything else you got to add to this week? What about tonight's game? I predict that the Denver Broncos will keep the game close tonight.
Well, I mean, they can't get any worse than they have been,
That's the thing. I think the Chiefs didn't look good last week. I think if Kelsey's banged up and they kind of figure out a way to neutralize him, the Denver Broncos can score points. And I think Sean Payton is deadly. When his back's against the wall, that's the one guy I would not want to go against. So don't be fooled if the Denver Broncos keep this game competitive tonight.
Right. Now I'm gonna go Chiefs all the way. Taylor Swift will probably be there. Can't
I'm
wait.
so sick of that. Oh my gosh. She's all over the place. Madden 2024. You've seen that cover. It's pretty funny, but it was good times. And, the league is moving along. It's amazing how things have progressed and things are starting to take shape already. Make some trades, guys. Get off your seats.
That's right.
Be active. Don't be a bunch of douchebags.
That's right. Grizz is taking all your good players.
Yeah, you morons.
All
right, people. Thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah, thank you. And don't forget, we're right. You're wrong.
Losers.
Later.
There. That was good.